And a very, very good evening to you all from fairly pleasant United Kingdom. How are you all this evening? Wow, this room is packed. They keep coming. They keep coming. How are we all today? Welcome to you all. My name's Colin. Michael has asked me to do the webinar this evening. I did it a few weeks ago. Some of you may remember. And what a response we've had for people joining up into the live room, getting the software, getting on board, and yeah, it's been great. It's been great. So how many of you lot have got the software? Carl, you've got the software? Great. How long you had it for? Is it working for you? Too long. Too long. Did you used to have the flux? You took a break from trading. Yeah, I think we need to every now and again, don't we? Get on top of us. Yeah, I've been running Ron's weekly room for the last 12 months, and we've had 2 losing weeks in 12 months, and it's been tough. It's been good. It's one thing trading, it's another thing running a room and trading at the same time. But you know, you are all welcome to come. It's not free, obviously, and yeah, it's been a tough haul, Carl. You know, I've had to learn to take my losses, and yeah, you'll be pleased to know that you are talking to a trader. I've just passed, don't want to blow my own trumpet too much, but I've just passed my 10th evaluation with Apex, and I'm trying to get some of the guys in the room through their evaluations as well, because this trailing drawdown keeps whacking people. It's whacked me a few times as well. But yeah. Okay, you're not familiar with it. Check out Apex Trader Funding. Okay. I do have an affiliate link, but I'm not fussed if you use it or not. Come and join us in the room, Carl. Come and join us. It's tricky. Trading is. Let's be honest about it. It's tricky, and there's a lot of pieces go into this jigsaw. I would not trade without time cycle markers. They are my #1 go-to tool. But I also know what's going on, what the context of the market is. Yeah. Yeah, love it, love it. Have you spoken with Dave, Carl? Have you spoken with him? Right. Dave, are you here? Where is he?
Yeah, I'm
Dave,
here.
how you doing? Good evening.
Good. How are you?
Great, I'm great. Can you take Carl's details and talk to him about getting into the room? He keeps breaking his rules. He's got the software, and
Okay.
and he needs to get in the room and follow some trades. How about that, Carl? It's not free, but
Carl, yeah, I can shoot you an email right after the webinar, or if you have time to talk today or tomorrow, just let me know. Whatever's convenient for you.
that's great. It's not free, but I'm sure that Dave will do you a good deal. And my target each day is to cover your subscription. Okay, so come in the room and we will pay for your subscription each day with what we make in the room. And if you're trading your own funds at the moment and losing, then stop. Get yourself an evaluation account, learn to trade, get disciplined. And yeah, it's a wonderful what yeah. Okay, you still on sim? Oh no. It does, it hurts more. Yeah, stop the hurting. Let's stop the bleeding. Okay, If you're hemorrhaging funds, stop the bleeding. Much better to get yourself an evaluation account for, I don't know, $30 odd or whatever it is at the moment, and at least then you've got skin in the game. You blow it up, you can get another one. Okay. So hope to see you in our live room on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Carl, if you can make it. And we'll crack it. We did this week. We did 20. Hang on a second. $2,619 in 3 afternoons. Okay. Bala, good afternoon. I have no idea what you're talking about, young man. How many trades? I don't know. I don't know. Let me have a look. I'm just waiting for the room to fill up, guys, and we'll start soon. What's the date today? July. So it's Thursday. So Tuesday. Let's have a look. There you go, guys. That's the trade performance this week. 25.70 after commissions. Max drawdown 300. Okay. 72%. 39 trades. Yeah, it does, James. Yeah. Okay. So that is this week in the room. It's not bad, is it? Okay. Start date Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. 39 trades. 28 winners, 11 losers. There you go. There you go. Okay. Yeah, it would have been better had I not been fighting the market today. It was going down and I was trying to buy it. But, you know, it's not every week is like that. We had our best week ever 3 weeks ago, just a tad over 5,000 in 3 days, which is phenomenal, I have to say. So there you go. Okay. No, nothing automated about it. Nothing automated. That's me trading the warp. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Loads of people in the room. Fantastic. Great to see you. Chuck, Barry, Alan, fantastic. Some of you have got the software, some of you haven't. Okay. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Carl. I won't trade without warp. I had the flux before, and I've got the warp. Ron, even now, you know, he will come in and help me, and he will do the analysis every now and again because he is just so good at it. So I drag him away from whatever he's doing and say, come and talk to your customers. And he comes and chats away. Now, before we start, disclaimer, okay, you trade at your own risk, high probability of losing money. Don't risk money you can't afford to lose, okay? If you are hemorrhaging money at the moment, let's stop the bleeding. Okay, go to Sim or get yourself an evaluation account where you risk sort of $30 or whatever, and teach yourself discipline. Get in the room. Okay, speak to Dave afterwards. Get in the room. We've got a fantastic group of people there, and we have a good laugh. And as I say, Ron comes in every now and again. Tom, good afternoon. Paul, Mark, wow, this room is so full. Excellent. So, how many of you have been here before? Who's not been here before? Who's new? Who's here thinking, what are these guys doing with time cycle markers that that tell us when the market's going to move in the future? How many of you are new in the room today? Joan, welcome. Welcome. Anybody else? Everybody else been here before or got the software? Come on, guys, give me some feedback. Some of you already have. I know, Joan, I saw you. Oh, you've been here before, have you? Okay, great. Okay, Paul, you've got it. How long you had it for? Fantastic. Working for you? Okay, good. Why have I never seen you in the room? Come in the room, Paul. Okay, if you're still attending these webinars after that length of time, come and get some guidance. If you're having problems, get in the room, invest the money. We buy the software, we expect it all to okay, Laura, you've been in the room, Laura? Okay, great. Come back, you're always welcome. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, back to the future trading. TachEon Warp, the power of predictive trading technology. We're the only company that gives you the times and directions in advance. We give you the trading rules, and then 2 days later, we have this webinar, and we check out the results, okay? Marcus de Soite, a mathematician, once said, "My big thesis is that although the world looks messy and chaotic, if you translate it into the world of numbers and shapes, patterns emerge and you start to understand why things are the way they are." Look at this. What is this all about? The latest invention to hit our high street, the QR code. Okay, we can now log on to things using QR codes. I have no idea how they work. As you can see, this is a chart of crude oil. See these little stars? What if we could predict the times that these were going to happen? Jack Schwager, author of The New Market Wizards, said, "My experience the interviews conducted for my book and its predecessor leaves me with little doubt that the random walk theory is wrong." So on Tuesday, we sent you an email. On Wednesday, you traded. And on Thursday, you came along here to check it out. Signal is the raw information, and we give you the setup with specific trading rules as well. Signal with trend, you can see from here on the ES 3-minute. Okay, we use a 120 EMA. In fact, the new software, you don't need to use an EMA. Okay, I still do. I guess it's a habit. 1.5 ATR stop. Okay, that's where the dot's placed from the entry, and exit at the opposite time. So at 5:48 in the morning, market said it was going to go up, and it went up until 6:18. At 6:18, our time cycle marker said it was going to go down to 6:42. It went down till 6:42. At 6:42, it pushes up into 7:03. Look what happens at 7:03. Does the market push down into 7:12? What does it do? Okay, it goes sideways. So instead of treating these as selling and buying signals, I look and I always say to myself, I am looking for selling pressure. Is it fair to say that the market stopped going up at 7:03? I think it is. And then at 7:12, it continued. Okay. We knew these times in advance. Okay, there's the same chart. Okay, the crossover trade, enter at the close, and the stop goes below the candle. Okay, so there's your entry. Up it goes into 1357. The puncture trade. Okay, occasionally this happens. 8:45, the market goes up, pulls back. Okay, if your stop was below the dot, you'd still be in. But 9:30, you'd be getting out. Well, if you didn't get out, you'd be holding on for this big winner. But the point is that when price punctures the dot, we are looking for a reverse trade. Okay, so instead of price pushing down from 9:30 to 9:48, we would now be looking to place longs for continuation. Okay, there you go. Lovely arrow there to see where your entry would be. Price tries to push back the other side, but that's a volume bar. Price is going north. There is a random distribution between wins and losses for any given set of variables that defines an edge. This truth makes trading a probability or numbers game. When you really believe that trading is simply a probability game, concepts like right and wrong or win and lose no longer have the same significance. As a result, your expectations will be in harmony with the possibilities. Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone. You all read that book? Great book. I must read it again, actually. So, is trading a guess about the past or the future? Is it this is what just happened now? What happened a while ago or in the past? Or this is what is likely to happen next based on modern predictive modeling? This is the choice before us. Know when in the future, which is proactive, so know when the market is going to move in the future versus reacting all the time with your lagging tools. You are playing on an unlevel field. Okay, any of you footballers out there? Does trading ever feel like this? It certainly feels like this watching Liverpool play last season. Dearie me. Those were the gold rule, the Morgan Stanleys, the Bank of America, the Goldman Sachs, the Deutsche Bank, Barclays Capital, all the big boys, the JP Morgans. We're the little man, the little guy here, okay, pushing against the Goldman Sachs. He is one ugly so-and-so, isn't he, eh? Yeah, does it, Thomas? The sumo picture. Yeah. Okay, Goldman Sachs in the racing car. Traders, 5 to 10% of traders behind them. Okay. This is you in the middle, in your trading pit. This is us surrounding you, helping you, guiding you, teaching you. You win battles by knowing the enemy's timing and using a timing which the enemy does not expect. So, back to the future trading. What do? We give you the software, we give you the setup, we give you the workspaces and templates, we give you the training, we give you the discount. Dave's the man for that. And we give you a trading future based on truth, okay? No indicator is 100%. This is not the Holy Grail. You will see some signals that don't do what they say they're going to do, okay? But we certainly have more than an edge. This is not a case of 51% of the time. I would say 65 to 75% of the time we are correct. Okay. If you buy the software and come into the room, I will teach you how to use the software. I will teach you about market context. Okay. It's very important. The market moves in waves. Okay. And it's important that you know where the market is at. All right. So there you go. Now then, let's have a look at yesterday's ES. Okay. Now you were given these signals a couple of days ago. Just bear with me a second. Okay, can you see the ES chart in front of you? I've just swapped screens. You should be able to see it. Now, because I'm in the UK, my charts have got UK times on them. So Michael, bless him, sent me over the charts, and they should have US, well, they do have US time on them. So you received these, okay, back on Monday or Tuesday this week. And we have got the corresponding chart in front of us now to look at it. Okay, so let's start. Well, we can start 6:45 in the morning. A bit too early for me. Well, no, actually, this would be 11:45 my time, so pre-market, pre-US. 6:45 ES 5-minute chart, selling signal. Okay, selling bar, selling time, only a small one. We do, when that happens, expect a slight push back up. So this would have been a case if you'd have entered at the end of the candle, putting a stop just above the dot. You'd have taken a little bit of heat, but ultimately price did come down into the 2 o'clock crude open. Now, I wouldn't be trading this sort of time of day, but 8:10 in the morning, you can see the trend has turned bullish. Okay, so this will be a with trend signal, very good signal at 10 past 8, 20 minutes before you open, isn't it? And the market shot up. Had you held it all the way through to 10:55, you would have probably, if you entered here, let's say 45.90, a little bit lower. It's very hard without a cursor to measure these. 45.90 at the high, it was 46.08. If you got out just before the selling bar, close of this bar, you'd have been in at sort of 46.04. So that most certainly was a winner. Because of the time of day, I'm always careful about entering counter trend trades, okay, especially with the EMA turning up. However, 10:55, look what happened. Down she came, retested the EMA, okay. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I'd taken, what, 46.04 down to the EMA 10 points, I would not be giving that lot back, okay? This would not be happening. Who would give that back? Who would sit through there and say, oh well, the market's still got to go down until 12:55. I'm gonna just wait it out and keep my stop up here. Hey, you'd take your 10 points, wouldn't you? Absolutely, Thomas. If I get 2 points, I'm moving my stop. Yeah. Okay. So one of two things would have happened to anybody who took this trade. You'd have got 10 points and closed it when it hit the EMA, or you'd have got your stops to break even, okay, and been stopped out and not lost money. Okay. Sorry, Doug. I don't understand what you mean. Oh, okay. Okay. No problem. Yeah, so okay. Okay, so I thought I'd offended you for a second then, my friend. I do apologize. I thought, oh dear. Right, okay. So so Doug obviously would have sat through this retracement and waited until 12:55. Where are you from, Doug? Have you got the warp? Have you got the time cycle markers? Ah, and you've got you're using warp, yeah? Fantastic, fantastic. Next signal, 12:50. I mean, this one with a double top, you could have sold it again, couldn't you? You could have sold it again. I think I'd have been a little bit dubious, but you certainly could have done. You're still in a selling cycle down to 12:55. So 12:55 to 14:10. Well, you're going to be hard pushed to make anything on that. I would say that was quite possibly a losing trade. You'd have entered just above the EMA there. You'd have been chopped around. You may have got your stops to break even. I don't know. Whenever I see a double top like this, okay, it's a signal for me for a a change of trend. Okay, I'm looking for a lower high, and I'll show you what happens in a second. So moving on to 1410. Okay, now this is interesting. This is something that we teach in the room here. 1410, the close of the candle is down there. Okay, so 1410 will be down here. Okay, this is a selling bar, a significant selling bar at a selling time. We buy those. We buy those, guys. We buy them, and our stop just goes a few ticks below this line. Reason we buy them is because they tend to do this. Okay, and that is a significant push back up. Now, one of the other things I would do in the room when I saw something like this, the market has put in a low. Okay, it's put in a low, this little candle here. I would be running Fibonacci's from up here to down here, and I would be looking for the 618 retracement or the 76.4, and I can pretty much guarantee you that that has come into it. All right. Now, you do not have a time cycle marker just there, but I would still be selling it. Okay, because your risk is very, very slim, very small. Okay, I would encourage you to go in your charts and just run your fibs, swing high to swing low, and back up. You get this selling bar, selling time. Okay, price has pushed down into that time, and these are beautiful trades, and up they come again into the 76.4 or the 61, 65 level. Okay, so that is why these are not buy and sell signals. Okay, absolutely, Paul, absolutely. Okay, what's your SE, Thomas? Okay. Okay. There's no reason why you should have had those issues. Is it something to do with the settings? You need to get your settings right. Okay. So moving on. I mean, what a great chart this is actually. 1455. Well, trend continuation up into the reversal. Now, you know, obviously it's even sweeter if you can get the time cycle marker straight over the top, and it does happen. Okay, I trade a 3-minute ES, and we do see time cycle markers within, you know, sometimes smack over the top or bar either side. On the 5-minute here, it's already rolled over. It's trying to push back up into the 1555. Selling pressure's on, and it continues down. Okay, it's quite a choppy market, this. But that 1555 signal was good all the way down to 7 o'clock. Okay, what do you think, guys? What do you think? You knew these times in advance of the market moving. Okay, isn't that amazing? Do you not think so? Lara, what do you think? Carl, where's Joan gone? Carl says he always knew it was great. It is good. It is good. I'm absolutely staggered that some people can come in here week in, week out and not buy the software. If you haven't got this, you're trading with your hands tied behind your backs. Well, we've talked about that, Carl. Come in the room. Okay? Come in the room. We'll get you the videos. We'll get you set up and make some money using these. Okay? As I say, I would not be selling the 1055 signal down here. All right. If this one had if this time cycle marker was over this one, okay, I'd sell it. This is the close of the candle. I would not be selling it. I'd be selling it at the close of this candle. This one here. Down she goes. So that's pretty impressive, guys. Okay, you've got what, a good 10 points in this move. Potential of 10 points here. There's 20 points. If you do what some people would do and sold the double top here, because you're still in the selling cycle, okay, you'd have got another 10 points there. This one would have been a loser, or at the very best a break even. But let's take it as a loser. What's that? 95 down to 88, 7-point loser. Okay. But again, at the close of that candle, I'd be buying it back up. Selling bar, selling time, we buy them. Buying bars, buying time. Look at this one, 12.55, buying bar, buying time. What does it do? It pushes down. Okay. Bala, absolutely. Trading is difficult, my friend. Okay. Trading is difficult. You need to know the patterns. Okay. Now you've been in the room. You've seen me do this. All right. You can't expect to just buy something like this and buy on white and sell on blue. You can do that. You can trade like that. If you took the view that you're going to buy at this time and put your stop below this dotted line and just stop above this dotted line, I'm sure you would have success. The only loser I can actually see is this one here, because you would have sold down here because you're not following the rules, and you'd have been stopped out up here, and you'd have gone, oh, the signals don't work, my selling signal didn't work. You've got to be in the room, or you've got to study this to understand that a selling bar at a selling time gets brought back up. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. That's fantastic. Right, just bear with me 1 second. Let's have a look at what have we got. So that was yesterday's. Let's bring you over to today's. Okay. Which do you prefer, that or how I had it? I think we prefer it that way, don't we? Okay, 2:20 in the morning. Wow. 2:20 in the morning. This is what you guys had, this bar down the bottom. Okay. 2:20 in the morning. This is today's. Okay. Selling signal. Market went down until 3:20. Not very much. They made 4 points there. 320. Brought it back up, probably from what, 86 up to the close there. Probably another 4 points back up. It says 8 points. 455, little move back down into 510. It's not a loser, but it's probably a point at the most. Okay. 510 up into 530. We'd be selling there. I would hope that you got your stops to break even. It's all pretty choppy around these times, very low volume. 6:15 in the morning, pushing up into 650. There's another little winner. And 650 down to 715. So these are only sort of 2-3 points. Little push back up into 8 o'clock. Market opens. Crude market's opened at 2, isn't it? And she rolls over, and nice winner, probably 5 or 6 points down into 840. Okay, now, had you bought it at 840, you would have been stopped out. Okay, if your stop was just behind here, ES does what the ES always does. Nice little stop run, pushes below this low if you look left, okay, and then turns around and goes back up. Yeah, I remember this today. I remember this today. I remember thinking to myself, because I was long, ES is going to run me, and she did. Up into 10 o'clock. Had you had wider stops, well, you know, or you may have taken a view, having been stopped out, that you're going to get back in again and take it up to 10 o'clock. But essentially, that's a loser there. 10 o'clock down to 10.25. Nice winner. 92 down to, wow, 78. Close of that candle there. Okay. Obviously, it came down further. Didn't puncture the line, okay? Didn't puncture the line. 10.25. So if you'd have entered here at the close of this candle, you'd have taken a bit of heat, but you wouldn't have been stopped out with your stop below the line. And sure enough, the market went back up, and you'd have got a little winner, 84 to, well, that's 8 points there, guys. 76 to 82, 6 points, okay. Little push down at 11:05 until 11:30, and then at 11:30, little push back up. Okay. Now, these are Michael's charts, and the last one I want to show you is a little trade he had on at the end of the day, where you can see here. One position sold here, okay. See the little mark there. He took a bit of heat. Look at this wick. Okay, his stop would have had to be above here. Sold there, so he'd have taken this much heat. But ultimately, as you can see, he is $787 up in that trade from one contract on the ES. Okay. There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thomas, I'd love to. In fact, that's not a bad idea. I can't today, my friend. I'll tell you why, because I'm on a completely different system. That might be one for the future. Just bear with me a second. Yes, I'll make a note of that, Thomas. I'm sorry I can't show you the trades that I took in the room today. My NinjaTrader is, well, basically not on this computer. So Ian, do you mean a selling signal at a new low means it might move in the opposite direction? Okay. Ian, have you got the software? Okay. Have you been in the room? Right. How long you had the software? Yeah, absolutely. Pattern 4 and pattern 5. Ian, if you can, speak to Dave. Come in the room. Okay, come and see how we do this. I showed you on the last chart. Was it this one or was it the one before? This one here. Just bear with me. I'll bring it up to the other screen. I'm not switching screens again. Okay. 1410. Selling bar at a selling time. Okay, one of the rules of our trading is if you see a bar close as a selling bar at a selling time, we buy it up. Okay. The reason we do that is because it's a pattern 4, effectively. Okay. And if you go back and test these signals, you will see, look, selling bar, selling time, still got continuation down, but ultimately it popped back up. It's not a particularly good example, that 1055 one. This one is better, the 1410. So, you know, at 1410 that closes. If you're sitting there thinking, oh, well, I'm going to sell it down, well, you know, statistically, these have been tested so much that we know the market comes back up well over 60% of the time, well over. I'd have to talk to Ron to find out exactly what the stats are, but I would never ever sell something like this. Okay, especially when it's, you know, near one of these lines as well. Does that make sense? I know it's counterintuitive. It takes a lot of getting used to. All right, but they work. And also, when you see a double top, you want a retracement. You want a lower high. Okay, before you start selling. That's, you know, trading 101. Okay, run your fibs from the top of the swing to the bottom of the swing. See what level that comes in. It's either 61.8 or it's 76.4. Okay, sell them. We sell them in the room. Oh, but you're selling without a time cycle market. Yeah, well, you know, it's another little add-on that I know works. I love it even more when I get a sell signal straight over the top. Yesterday in the room, and I really would love to have recorded this. In fact, I might be able to find it. I think I screenshotted it. So just bear with me a second. If you've got any questions, guys, I'm going to hand over to Dave soon. Just drop them in this this room. What room are you referring to? The live room, Chris? Okay, the trading room that I run. Have you been in there? Have you got the warp system, Chris? Chris, you there? Okay, I'm just going to see if I can find this trade that I did yesterday. If I can get my screenshots up. Chris, can you hear me? The room is the live room that I run Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We use the software, we use the time cycle markers, and we've had two losing weeks in just over a year. Okay, this week we did $2,619. I like to be able to do over 2.5 in the 3 days that you're in. So, okay, so any questions, ladies and gentlemen? Any questions on what we've talked about? I'm just looking back. I don't know, trading's hard. Yeah, we've covered that, Bala. I haven't seen you in the room, my friend. Get in the room. It takes a long while to learn this. Okay. I always say to people, yeah, Chris, it's something that you've got to subscribe to, my friend. Okay, it's not that expensive. Speak to Dave, and I'm sure that he will work something out for you. A lot of live rooms are $300-400 a month. This is nothing like as much as that. We're open Tuesday afternoons, Wednesday afternoons, Thursday afternoons. We trade the system. We sit on hands when the market's being silly. I've gone off crude oil completely. It's just the phase that crude's in, but the ES and the Nasdaq are moving very nicely. Let me just see if I can find what I'm looking for. I should have got this sorted out before. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to find this, I'm afraid, guys. I'll see if I can dig it out for next week. Basically, what happened was somebody in the room, when the market was nice and quiet, said to me, so Colin, what do you think the ES is going to do? I think it could possibly go and retest 95. So I said, well, let's have a look at it. So we looked at the ES, we analyzed it, what it was doing, and it had put in the double top. And I said, whenever I see this, this is what I look for. And sure as God made little apples, I ran my fibs, and yeah, the 2618 trade, as I call it, double top followed by a 618 retracement. And I said, right, let's sell it. And no sooner had I put the sell on, the market just plummeted. What are you seeing, guys? What are you seeing? The TachEon? Can you see the Back to the Future screen? Which screen can you see, guys? Yeah, that's fine. I haven't got my chart up, Bala. I finished with charts. I'm talking to you before I hand over to Dave. And so, yes, there you go. 10 points that ES gave us yesterday. I love it when that happens. I wish it happened more often. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't got any questions for me on what we've covered tonight, I would urge you yeah, Doug, you coming in the room, Doug? Fantastic, Carl, that's great. That's great. Doug, are you wanting to join the room? If you're not coming to the room, then let Dave have your email address. Yep. Marvelous. come back. Come and join us, Doug. Ladies and gents, I'm going to hand over to Dave now. If you haven't got the software, I urge you to get it, okay? Don't keep coming back to this room week in, week out. Get serious about your trading and you know, get these time cycle markers. They are fantastic. Paul, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming here tonight, all of you. I may or may not see you in the room next week. All right, in the meantime, safe trading and God bless. Over to you now, Dave.
Thanks, Colin. Appreciate it. You gonna pass over?
Yeah, what do I do? Change presenter. Yeah?
Yeah. That way I'll show how to
There we go.
grab the software. If you don't have TimeWarp, you'll see here. We'll go right to the main backtothefuturetrading.com, our main page. You go to the product store, click on that. And then we're going to drop down. You've got all our products up here. The TachEon Force is our high end. The Optimus is our auto trader. Aurora is a plugin, back testing and entry and exit as a plugin to Warp. If you're interested in any of these two, I'm happy to help. And then here's Warp, what Colin was demonstrating. You hit learn more. And we'll go down to the bottom. You're looking for, just past it, the buy now. So we'll click on there. And if you want the pro room, we do the first month discounts. Normally it's 20, you know, it's $195. We do $149. So you can add that. There's a purchase agreement, and you go through it. It gives you all the information, basic computer requirements, warranty, and then you click on there. So if you want the room, you just leave it, and if you don't need it, you can hit remove. But the code, oh, I guess it's going to ask me again. So the code you're looking for, and what do we get here? I think I had, yeah, the code. Normally it's 2,500, the 2,495 for the TimeWarp. That gives you 2 full licenses, but you put it in the warp off, and right away it drops it off 500. So you're at 1995, and that gives you 2 full lifetime licenses. You can put on 2 computers, laptop, regular computer, 2 laptops, 1 at home, 1 in the office. Whatever your configuration, we got you covered for 2 full computers. You are also going to receive free installation. Some people just do it on their own. When you purchase the product and you go through with your credit card, debit card, or PayPal, you'll receive your license key email along with the member login. And the member login will get you right to the video training and all the other information that we have in the members area on the backtothefuturetrading.com site. And then the license keys, obviously, to set up and get your license activated. Rachel can do that for you. She'll reach out and give you a calendar link so you can get on her calendar to do a screen share. And it's real easy. Takes 15-20 minutes. You're all good to go. Some people do it on their own. It's to each their own, but we got you covered either way. Free updates. There's no other maintenance fees with TimeWarp. There's no other charges or taxes or anything. You could buy this today and never spend another penny with us forever and own this thing for the next 100 years. And if we have any updates, those are free. So there's no other, upgrade costs or update charge. And that's it. It's very simple. If you need any questions answered, I'm available today, tonight, almost any time. You can call or text Dave, that's me, 727-742-2626, or email, reach out that way, David at backtothefuturetrading.com, and we'll get you going. We want to, if you don't have the software and you're not making money, and you want to, some of these, I know some of the customers, new customers are loving it because they can now pass their apex, and they're all becoming profitable, and that's the name of the game. So stop being that trader that's on that treadmill to nowhere. Get your warp. Give me a call. Reach out. Happy to help. And I hope you have a nice, safe afternoon, evening, wherever you're located. And we will see you next week, same time, 4 p.m. Eastern. Thank you.